The small details. In what area in your life do the small details matter to you? More about that right out of the intro. Welcome to Day One Journey, episode 311. Ching. Yeah! So what about you? Do you care about the small details? Do you have an area in your life where the small details matter to you? Well, when I think about myself, it's not necessarily about a specific area in my life. For me, the small details matter when I'm thinking about something that is important to me, especially in the long run. For example, if I have a skill that I want to master and I see myself doing also 10, 15, 10, 20 years from now, the small details will be very important for me. For the simple reason, I see this strong connection between the small details and the bigger picture. As I was sharing in the last episode, I focus on the small details, not because I just love the small details. I focus on them because I understand this is the only way for me to get what I want. The small details are the only things that I need to know, I need to practice, I need to absorb, I need to apply to create the bigger picture, especially in the long run. For example, 2 years ago, I created one of my life projects, Marcus Body Coding. I'm super excited about it. And in this project, I'm trying to help people practice their dancing skills. One of these skills is footwork. So when I started creating the basic footwork I'm teaching in Marcus Body Coding, I spent hours and hours just practicing and thinking about very short sequences of footwork. Each sequence was just 2 seconds long, like a mini choreography. So if, for example, my friend were with me in my studio apartment, watching me practice these moves, he would see me practice the same 2 or 3 moves. Each is only 2 seconds long. He would see me practice these moves for 2, 3, 4 hours. So they might think, they might not understand why I'm focusing too much on the small details. They would probably label me as just being obsessed. And then they would assume that I have no idea what I'm doing, that I don't have any idea what's the bigger picture, because I'm too focused on just 3 very short footwork sequences. And I can't blame them, because they don't know the bigger picture. If I were them, I might think the same. Because I'm not saying they are not intelligent enough to understand. I'm not saying that they are, let's say they are dancers. I'm not saying that they are not good dancers, and this is the reason why they don't understand what I'm doing. They just don't know what I'm trying to do. So I was working on these very short sequences for such a long time, because these are words. These short footwork sequences are words within the language that I'm creating, the language that I'm coding. These short words will be used to create sentences, and then will be used to create paragraphs and mini choreographies. So for me, I see the connection, the importance of creating easy to use words so people could use them in the future to create their own sentences, their own paragraphs within this dance language. I want this language to be useful, not just for one workshop I'm doing. I want to be useful in 10, 20, 30, 40 years. That's why it is important to me to practice and understand what is the best way to define these small words. And this is why I'm focusing so much on the small details, because this is a life project for me. I'm not just doing it for next week workshop that I will teach. I'm doing it because I'm creating a tool that I want people to be using much longer after I die. So this is why I'm paying attention to the small details. And this was just an example that I wanted to share with you of me focusing on those small details, because I understand the strong connection to the bigger picture, to what I really want, especially when it's about something that it's long term. And yes, this is a life project, something I'm imagining myself doing for the rest of my life. So what about you? Yes, back to you. Think about the first question we asked today. What area in your life you find the small details important to you? In what area in your life do the small details matter to you? Think about one area and one thing, and just raise that level of self-awareness, so you would know, yes, in this area I want to put my patience, I want to put my energy and focus on the small things, because they're important to me, especially in the long run. So do this exercise today. Think about one area in your life where the small details matter to you. Do this exercise today. And of course, have an amazing day one. See you tomorrow.